Welcome to another episode of Eerie Gaming Extra. I am your host, the Goose One Channel. I have an unhealthy obsession with Watch Dogs 2. By all means, I should not be this fascinated by a 2016 Ubisoft title, but I think there's just something very appealing and compelling about the game itself. I'm not going to use this intro to proselytize any further though, because that's a topic for another video, and also because one thing that can bring many a gamer together to discuss a game in spite of its quality often is a good, creepy mystery. And Watch Dogs 2 definitely has a few that truly intrigue me. Watch Dogs 2's rendition of San Francisco is an incredibly detailed open world, filled to the brim with stuff that makes the world feel eerily alive in an almost RDR2-esque sense. The humans that live within this world perform real actions, not only drive on roads, but start and stop at actual locations, and react to the player's antics in a more realistic way than open world games of its time like GTA 5 did. It's a genuinely impressive system, making the world feel just alive enough, just enough like a real culture. And just like any real culture or group of people, there's an urban myth roaming the streets of the Bay Area. On the docks of San Francisco, we come across one of many open, broken cargo train segments or boxcars. Yet inside this particular one, we find a strange mural. While scratchy and drawn in crimson red, the general shape of the mural is pretty decipherable. It's some kind of face, its mouth drawn to a huge smile and adorned with sharp eyes. As is instinct in this game upon seeing anything that might be interactable, we enter hacker vision and spot something new. A symbol. Remember it. Naturally, we pull out our phone to take a picture and then this happens.
My own eardrums, but the noise kept getting louder and louder. The guys convinced me to come back out here. Maybe it's crazy, but I need to find out what is in my head.
What the fuck? The Dead Set crew here seems to share my attitude. This is weird.
What's a shuffler?
Urban legend.
A creepy one.
Story goes, if you try to make sense of it, you'll lose your damn mind.
This sets up the mystery of the Shuffler. There's something going on in San Francisco, some kind of cognito hazard destroying people's brains when they hear some kind of sound. So what happens next? Throughout the world, we can find more of these sites, and by performing these same steps at each of them, we get access to more phone calls. Each one reveals new information about this paranormal menace, getting us ever closer to solving this mystery. The next one tells us that its presence is all-encompassing yet invisible. Apparently, it's an old Bay legend, one that Marcus even knows from his dad, and Ray adds on to these stories, much to Josh's dismay.
You know, back in the glory days of the railroad, one car hopper had to stay awake while the others slept, listening for that shuffling noise. A lot of disappearances back then, right on those tracks. Well, I mean, the equipment has been replaced over the past century, but they say blood-stained wood softens. It'll never support a rail as well as it did before.
Stop.
The third one, found in a train tunnel, remember what Marcus and Ray told us, gives us this audio fragment.
Oh, Jesus! Benny just got pulled into the wall! He just... God, Benny! Where did all his blood go? It got absorbed into the cracks! It sucked him right in! I don't think I can run from it anymore! I think it's inside me! It's going to pull me in too! I can feel it tugging! Ah! Sending another shuffler symbol your way. I hope we're getting close.
You guys are kidding, right? There's no such thing as a shuffler.
Probably not, but there have been a few hundred disappearances linked to it. Some kids came out here to film a shuffler documentary. All they found were 4 weird little audio tapes.
What was on them?
Nobody knows. Police have kept the shuffler tapes locked up. Of course, they deny any tapes exist.
They exist. I've heard some of them, but I don't have the set yet.
You're just messing with us.
Nope. They are real, and goddamn are they creepy. Either these kids are running a brilliant hoax, or something really bad happened to them.
Okay. I'm going back to coding now.
We get a bit more backstory into the Shuffler, hear of a Blair Witch-esque documentary that was made about him, and find out the context of the audio tapes we've been hearing. And then we head to the final location. On one of the many headstones in this cemetery, we find the final audio log, which shows us this.
Richard and Penny are both gone now. And I am too. It folded my body, broke it down, tucked it into the cracks between space. Is this how it travels? How can I ever come back with no body? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Hello?
Ray, I found the Shuffler tapes.
What? Oh, you kidding me?
Nope. Some weird-ass shit on these.
I don't want to freak anybody out, but I just heard something that sounded a lot like shuffling.
No, I can't hear you. No.
You guys seriously don't hear that? It's so loud.
Back in the 60s, the government was experimenting with mass hysteria. Turns out, certain concepts, certain words, spread faster than others. And they thought they could induce paranoia, suicidal thoughts in the enemy's ranks.
And reality TV was born.
You guys suck.
What now?
I think I've got the cipher done, but where's the message? I feel like we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
There's gotta be something out there.
This final log informs us a bit more about the Shuffler's paranormal mechanics, the way it lives between space. Josh gets thoroughly creeped out by this point by the rest of DedSec, and then informs us that he's figured out the cipher to decipher the symbols we've been collecting. So now we can head back to HQ, decode the symbols we've been collecting using Josh's cipher, which give us a specific in-game time code, and then have to head to a specific location in-game at that time, at which point this happens.
Am I hearing things? No, it's impossible. 5, 8, 13, stop. 21, stop. No, it wasn't real. It couldn't be.
Marcus, did you find anything?
No, nothing.
So it was all a hoax.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's a shame, but I'm glad it's not real.
yeah.
Holy shit! This is actually a surprisingly subdued moment for Watch Dogs 2 as a game, as we don't outright get told what just happened, rather being pushed to revel in the atmosphere of what we just saw. We know that Marcus just had some kind of encounter with the Shuffler, and that he survived, which is surprising according to what we know about the Shuffler and what should happen once you meet him. We also see him lie to Josh about the encounter, telling him that nothing happened, probably in some way to not freak Josh the fuck out. Yet, what happens to Marcus now? We don't hear the supposed Shuffler sounds if we keep playing the game after this, but who's to say Marcus isn't hearing them? It's a terrifying fate that the game doesn't really elaborate on afterwards. I could wax poetic and say that it leaves us to broil in our own scary fantasies, but Watch Dogs 2 just ain't that type of game. There are other eerie things hidden within Watch Dogs 2, though. Two friends with a playtime 10 times more than mine, I have roughly 150 hours, discovered a set of creepy audio logs. They were found through hacking NPC phone calls, a normal mechanic within the game, yet this time the action yielded something unexpected. Take a listen to both the clips. No one else has managed to find these audio logs in-game, nor have I, even after trying for a good long while. Nor has anyone really figured out what the audio itself is supposed to be. There's another set of rare audio logs. But these have been confirmed to be from a side quest, one I remember playing myself. Yet this set is something else entirely. Instead of being a weird, distorted scream, these seem like almost deliberately encoded conversations. If there's anything to these logs, I don't think it's some kind of Morse code or anything, but rather a normal audio log hidden behind a cipher or edited in some way. Whether these logs are even supposed to sound like this is also up in the air, but the lack of subtitles which most of the other hacked audio logs have makes me think that this isn't just some kind of in-game glitched audio. If it was, the subtitles of the normal audio would be there and we'd see what they were supposed to sound like. No, this is intentional, and it's still hiding something. We just don't know what. Watch Dogs 2's rendition of San Francisco is a world filled to the brim with details, which is surprising as it only released 2 years after the original game. And of those details, a few of them perfectly channel the eeriness this series strives for, which is why Watch Dogs 2 will forever go down in Eerie gaming history. It might not be the best game ever, but I don't think I'll ever be able to forget it. And with that, this episode of Eerie Gaming comes to an end. If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments. If you liked the video, consider subscribing, check out my Patreon, all that bullshit, and I'll see you all in the next video.
They've been hating on my